Today we're going to be testing a new type of firework. So you've all heard of these, right? The number 300 and number 500 tubes. But have you heard of these? These are kind of brand new for 2025, and inside of these tubes we actually get canister shells. So if you can believe it, these little tubes are going to be way louder than all those big tubes. We're going to be testing every single one of these out in today's video, and we have a big surprise at the end, so stay tuned. Oh, and we have them all. Small ones, medium ones, large ones, and extra large. And of course, extra, extra large. Now, I've been waiting all year just to make this video because what we have in front of me today is actually a very special type of firework. These are single shots, yes, but they are not like the ones that we usually find at fireworks stores. Every single one of the shells inside of these boxes is quite literally a canister shell. Now, over here, I have some canister shells if you guys don't know what those are. So I brought some of these actual canister shells out here. These are called Dragon Power and they're 6 inches in length. All right, so this is the type of firework I was talking about earlier, and essentially this will be the best way to explain what these single shots are. So here is your canister shell, and this one here happens to be a red to brocade crown. Now throughout the years, firework companies have developed a way for you to take these canister shells, drop them into the tube like this, and light them off one at a time. Where these products are different is that canister shell is already loaded in the tube for you. So the only difference between a canister shell like this and these single shots is literally doing this part right here. So now that we've got that established, let's show you everything I brought out here to shoot off tonight. So I have these new preloaded canister shells from just about every company that exists. In fact, I'm pretty positive that I have every single one that was made in 2025. As you can see, they are a bit spendy. This one here was 70 bucks, but this is comparable to buying a kit of canister shells anyway. These are the Dog of War by Miracle brand fireworks, and inside you get 12 preloaded canister shells. This one here is called the RD Explosion by Raccoon Fireworks, and inside you get 12 preloads again. These are fairly new. I just picked them up from Winda Fireworks. These are called Solar Blast. Inside you don't get 12, but you do get 6 of those preloaded cans. Right here, these are actually a tad bit smaller than the ones we've been showing you. At 1¼ inch, this is the Lethal Agent by Raccoon Fireworks. You do get 12 of the sawed-off preloaded cans inside of this kit. Then we got these here, which are kind of cool because I believe this is the company that created this idea. Hammer and Anvil brand fireworks was the first company I heard of coming out with these new preloaded cans, and inside of the show, you get 12 of them. We also have another kit by the same brand. These are the certified sawed-off preloaded mortars, and you get another 12 in there. This one here is by Zenith Specialties, and they're called Aerial Bombs. Now, this is just the sample pack, as you can see, but you can purchase all the different kits. I believe we just have some different sizes in here. So inside here, we get 2 of the 45mm shells and 2 of the 30mm ones. Now, this one here is by Raccoon Fireworks again, and this is called the Nova Burst. These are actually some of my favorites just because the breaks are a lot better, in my opinion, than some of these larger ones. So we showed you the sample pack, but now we actually have an entire kit of the 45mm aerial bomb by Zenith Specialties. What's nice about this kit in particular is inside you get 20 of the preloaded mortars, whereas the most we saw over here was 12. Now, I did bring some additional single shot items out here for comparison because these are the ones that we all grew up with. The number 500, number 300 tubes. And nowadays we can buy these same single shots, but instead of a ball shell in there, it's a full-blown canister shell, which means it's going to be a lot louder. So I brought out the double break number 500 tubes here by Phantom Fireworks. We're going to be doing these one at a time. Really, the only reason we're doing these as well is to show you those differences between the symmetry in the air and the loudness you get on the canister ones. We have 3 of the Justice League single shots. These are the largest on the market. So in single shot form, you can't buy one that is bigger than this. We have 2 of the Flash and 1 of the Black Adam. Now this one right here is pretty old. It's called the Naval Mine, and I believe this is a little Thunder King, so we're also going to be testing that out. I'm pretty sure the cans are going to be louder than even a Thunder King. And lastly here, these 2 items. This one by CodyBPyrotechnics is called a number 100 tube, and the effect featured is a red star to crackling. This one single shot costs $10. So as you can see, the canister shells are a way better deal. And lastly, we have one here by Fireworks. This is the number 3000 aerial tube for $12. And this is just a straight up brocade crown. So what we're gonna be doing today is testing out every single one of these, one at a time. And then when we get to the rest of the shells in the kit, we will do some barrage style firing with them since we just have so many. But yes, we will be testing out one of these from each kit, and then we'll do the barrage at the end. Now for the fun part, let's show you what's behind me. Now take a look at this absolute monstrosity I put together. When I ordered these single shots, I additionally got a bunch of cases of the RD Explosion by Raccoon and the Show by Hammer and Anvil. I had so many of these things that I ordered, I just decided to fuse the rest of them together for this video. This is gonna be one of the more insane things I've done on the channel just because of the sheer loudness of these brakes and how many of them we actually have fused together. These two down here have green Visco fuse, which burns pretty slow. So we're gonna start with those two, and the rest of them all have that pink perfect fuse. So I think this is just gonna be one big finale, and we will be doing this at the end of the video. And we're just gonna get you some up close shots here of this absolute monster. This is gonna be a ton of fun, so stay tuned because at the end of the video, we're gonna be shooting off this whole thing. Guys, just look at how absolutely insane this line is. Every single one of these that you're looking at is a preloaded canister or ball shell. And guys, I just wanted to let you know that these videos take an absolute ton of time and cost me a lot of money to put together. This is the type of content that I can promise you will not find on any other YouTube channel. So if you enjoy that I do videos like this, please be sure to leave a like. Let me know if you enjoyed the video in the comments. And of course, don't forget to subscribe because my God, this right here deserves a like at least. I mean, just look at it. This is basically a firework display tonight. Now we're gonna start down here with the ball shells just because these are not gonna be nearly as loud as the mini single shots. I know that must be hard to comprehend, but trust me, it is true. So yeah, we're gonna start with those, and inside of those tubes, remember, it's a ball shell. And then when we get to these little guys over here, just try to remember it is a canister shell, so way bigger. After we've tested each one individually, we come into the barrages over here. So we'll see you when it's dark enough to light them off. All right, we're gonna get going on these single shots, starting with the ones that are in ball shell form. Number 3000 tube, Fireworks. Look at that. It's like a NOAB brake. Number 100 tube, Pyrotechnics. So you can see how symmetrical those brakes are. Double brake, Phantom Fireworks. Looks like we might get a blue one here. Yeah, definitely not the loudest. Double brake again by Phantom, but this time the orange tube. Gray tube, double brake. So far, not really impressed with these. And lastly, for the Phantom Fireworks ones, we got the red tube. They both went off at the same time, and I will say for the price, they should be a lot better. Let's compare that to the Justice League Black Adam. That's a big difference right there. Justice League, the Flash ×2. Holy crap. Wow. That's a big break. Now don't judge these things by their size. They're gonna pack a punch, but let's see Naval Mine. I think this is a little Thunder King. Yeah, that was loud. 30mm Zenith. Look at that. Way louder than even the larger tubes over here on the right. Lethal Agent, Raccoon. Yeah, look at that. Real nice. Next one up is Nova Burst, and it is a bit larger than the 30mm. You could hear the difference too. 45mm Zenith Specialties. 2 at once. Oh, now we're talking. These are cans. The Show by Hammer and Anvil. Juicy break. I don't want to say the name of this one, but Certified Premium Mortars, Hammer and Anvil. Yeah, that's nuts. RD Explosion, Raccoon. Yeah, these ones I found are kind of the best. These last 3 are a bit larger. 55 millimeter Dog of War, Miracle Fireworks. Big can. Ooh, huge green. And now for the green one. Wow. Very nice neon effects. Now for the biggest of them all, this is Solar Blast by Winda. Oh yeah, that was real nice. Here goes the rest of the Lethal Agent by Raccoon. And now let's see the rest of the Nova Burst, also by Raccoon. All right, let's see the rest of the Aerial Bombs by Zenith. Now let's see the rest of The Show by Hammer and Anvil. Now here goes the rest of these, also by Hammer and Anvil. Here goes the rest of the RD Explosion by Raccoon Fireworks. Now for the rest of Dog of War by Miracle Fireworks. Only a few of these left. This is the Solar Blast by Winda Fireworks. Well, here we go. 200 plus preloaded canister shells. This is going to be insane. Well, I wasn't expecting it to go that slow at the end, but holy cow. wasn't expecting it to go that slow at the end, but holy cow. Holy crap! This is insanity! It's like one big finale! Woo! Oh my god! This is nuts! Holy crap. Oh boy. Well, I wasn't expecting it to go that slow at the end, but holy cow. Well, that was every one of those single shots I had for you. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time.